Day Tripper, the fastest way to plan a brilliant day out. Say where you're going, who you're with, and your vibe. In seconds you get a smart, map-ready itinerary with hidden gems. Ready? Try it out at daytripper.com. A perfect day the easy way.
Today's guest is Boy Beaman. Andy, if you want to just explain yourself, your background and whatnot, and we'll just go from there.
I'm Andy, I'm a YouTuber and a boxer. Started off as a YouTuber, bit of fun, nothing really, no dream about it. Like I wasn't like, I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up, like a lot of the kids are nowadays. Obviously I'm a bit older. So it just sort of fell on my lap, done a couple of videos, they done well, and got a bit of success from it. Started getting invited to the influencer boxing events like Misfits, and then thought I could have a go with this because I've done a bit of boxing a few years back. And yeah, since then I've had 3 fights in the last 2 years, won 2, lost 1.
Not so bad really, that though. 2 and 1, is it? Do you know what I mean?
I won my first 2 by knockout. First one was clean knockout, second one was TKO. And then no one else would fight me because of them first 2 fights. And I had to deal with a guy called Tommy Hench. He stepped in last minute, 5 days. And at that point, I didn't even think the fight was happening. Originally, I was meant to be fighting Tom Little, who's a pro fighter. Then he pulled out. Then Ben Knight stepped in. Then he pulled out. So this isn't happening. My coach said, it's not happening. Just enjoy yourself. Take your foot off the gas. We went out to Dublin the week before. I was having a bevy over there. And then 5 days before the show, I got a phone call saying, we've got your replacement, Tommy Hench. And I was like, right, okay. And this is a guy who's been on the white collar circuit for a very long time. I couldn't tell you how many fights he's had. I think within the hundreds probably.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, yeah, fuck it, we'll go for it. And I did. And I stood my ground for 5 rounds, like, but he just scraped it.
Say he was more prepared than you then, because you had that many pull-outs though, didn't you? So like, was your bit deflated a little bit then?
Yeah. I'd say, rather than him being prepared, I think he's one of them who's always ready, because he's like a
bit of a journeyman.
He'll fight every weekend. I wouldn't say he's a journeyman because he turns up to win.
No, but I'm saying he's having loads of fights, you know what I mean, all the way along the way.
He's game, like, and he fights every weekend if he can. So he was probably on the day fitter. I would had 3 weeks with no camp, no training. I think
a week on the ale as well.
What?
And a week on the ale as well.
Well, yeah, it was a heavy session on the ale as well. I had about 14 pints of Guinness. Couldn't tell you how. I was on the double Jim Beams by the end of the night. But yeah, it was a heavy one. And then
it's a week to recover in itself.
At my age now, it takes a week to recover. Yes, but when I got the phone call, I was like, oh shit. I knew at that moment, oh shit, like, I shouldn't have went out. I should have kept training, but no, it had already happened. It had already been done, so just had to get on with it. There was complications on the night with the promotion and stuff. I won't get really too much into that, but like, everything was in Tommy Hench's favour on that night. And
so you were up against it from the get-go then, weren't you, really? So from when you agreed to take that fight with him, you were sort of up against it. I mean, the ale didn't help really, neither.
Was that partying a week before, really?
And for the record, that's not what I'm like. I'm not that person, you know what I mean? I don't really drink. I haven't drank it. I had like 10 years, no beer, nothing. Stopped drinking, stopped going out. And just more recently, I thought I'll let my hair down a bit. I'll go out and enjoy myself and have a couple of drinks here and there. But Dublin just got a bit too heavy, and I definitely felt it on the night. After the first round, when the bell went at the end of that round, I went over to my coach, leant over the ropes, and went, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I am fucked. And he was just like, no, you're not, lad. Bitch slapped me. That was the hardest shot I took in the whole fight, by the way. My coach slapped me head off,
You learn from your mistakes then, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Going forward, really, into your next fight.
It's not so much that, I don't think it was so much that you were fatigued from the fight. It was you knew that your body's not prepared for this to go the rest of the rounds now, because you felt it from the week before. I mean,
touching on what you said, I've got a fight at the end of this month on the 31st of January, hybrid boxing, and there's been no beer involved at all through this camp. I've been training 6 days a week, twice a day. Been training in the mornings, boxing, doing circuits and whatever, sparring, and then going out for a run in the evenings every day, 6 days a week. And what you said there, that's exactly right.
It's your internally, innit? Internal feelings
I knew,
something
like,
mega.
Even I got my dad to pick me up and take me to my coach's house on the way, and he said, you all right? Like, he knew something wasn't right, and I was like, I'm not really, I can't get my head in the because any fighter will tell you they mentally prepared themselves as well as physically.
Internally, you feel like a superpower inside you.
You know when you're ready. Right now,
Yeah.
I know I'm ready for the end of this month for my fight. And at that point, against Tommy Hench, going there, I knew I had like a 4-hour drive to London, and then a stay in a dodgy hotel or Travelodge or whatever, and I just couldn't get my head in it. And my coach realised as well, and he's trying to keep me occupied and trying to keep me busy mentally, but it just wasn't working.
If you're not mentally ready though, I mean, going into it, from when I've just like I've footy games with my mates and all, and I'm quite competitive, and when you're nervous and not mentally ready, you end up knackered straight away. Do you know what I mean? With nervous energy, did you feel any of that because you weren't mentally ready or that?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was nervous, because fighting something I know I'm really fucking good at, like, and it's so I don't really get them pre-fight nerves. I try and get myself in the zone.
Yeah.
But I wasn't mentally prepared in terms of having like a game plan or anything, because we didn't 5 days notice for someone like Tommy Hench. He doesn't box clean. He doesn't have his hands up and throw combinations that you would expect from a boxer. He has his hands down and swings his arms, just haymaker after haymaker. You've got to really have like a full camp to prepare for that. You've got to watch the footage and learn how to avoid them shots and then hit them with a counter. And I had none of that. So going in, I knew it was going to be a dogfight. And it was. From the get-go, he landed the shot and I was like, fuck, he hits hard. Like, so I just like planted my feet and stood and traded with him for 5 rounds, thinking hopefully I knock him out. I just didn't.
He's tough anyway, the sounds. We've had over 100 fights. He's going to be tough and weathers and all that. Can you see yourself getting back in with him, or are you moving on past that now?
Yeah, no, definitely in the future. He's just got his shot on Misfits boxing now. So he's fighting a guy called Ty Mitchell on Misfits on the 18th of this month. And that's in Manchester on the undercard of that until. Yeah. So he's got a good opportunity for him. I'm not sure whether that's because he beat me in the fight or what, but after I lost that fight to Tommy Hench, before that I was ranked number 8 on the heavyweights on Misfits rankings. Yeah. After that fight, they took me off.
Oh, fucking hell.
And then obviously Tommy Hench gets this opportunity. He's messaged me and said, like, if you want a rematch, let's have it. Like, so I'm like, okay, cool.
That's cool.
Now it could be a big opportunity to have that rematch on the big stage like Misfits. That's something I'd be down to do, and I'm sure he'd be up for it as well.
It'd be a better for you, so you can prepare,
of course,
and not slip up near.
Does that Misfits
a true fight this time?
Yeah.
Is that Misfits the goal? Is it from YouTube when you get into boxing? Are they the ones you want to fight for?
Yeah, I mean, Misfits are they're the big dogs in the industry. Some have tried and failed. There was a promotion called Kingpin Boxing. They started offering all the Misfits fighters stupid money to come over to them and fight, and they were taking it, but they bit off more than they could chew, ended up bankrupt and had to shut down. But Misfits do it right. They look after the fighters, and it's on DAZN. Yeah. So it's a massive platform. So if you're in it for the clout or the money, or just for, just to be on the best sort of the well-represented show, Misfits is the one. That's where I'm looking to get to.
Think you'll get to it, like?
Yeah, 100%. I have regular conversations with the promoter, Mams Taylor. I've had fights offered to me in the past. One of them was a guy called Greg Hardy, who was a UFC fighter. I said yeah, but it was in Miami in America. Now, while saying too much, I'd have to apply for a visa to go to America due to shit when I was a kid. And when I mentioned that to him, he was like, don't worry about it then. We'll figure something else out and we'll get you another fight. So that got put sort of on the sidelines. But the fights are there, they're being offered, and it's definitely something that's going to be happening. I've already been told 2025 is my year that I'll be getting on Misfits.
Going in the right direction then, really, isn't it? On the Misfits and that. That's KSI's one, isn't it?
Yeah, KSI owns Misfits.
Is it with his mates as well? Or them sidemen
fellas? KSI owns Misfits, but he has Callie Sowland and Mams Taylor who run it.
Oh yeah, so he's got a proper setup then, hasn't he? He knows what he's doing really. Like, is that the one with that Anderson Gibb? He fights on it.
On Misfits, and then he was one of the ones who went to Kingpin originally, I believe. Oh yeah. That went sideways, and then he recently come back and boxed a guy called Slim.
I seen it.
Destroyed him.
Yeah, and he just fought someone else as well. Unless it's an old fighter scene, he had a belt. KSI was saying this fella's going to fill him in, but obviously he never. Do you know what I mean? It's totally forget
that was the recent one with Slim. Slim was the champion. Yeah, Slim. I can't remember what weight division. I think it's cruiserweight.
But Gibb beat him though anyway.
And Slim was like 7-0. Yeah. Like he was beating everyone. And then obviously for this fight, Slim didn't really want it. He was, saying, well, you better pay me the right amount of money. These guys are getting 6 figures, high 6 figures, like 500k plus. to fight, and they're trying to argue about like getting more money, and then he got in with Anderson Gibb and got destroyed, like, well and truly. But yeah, now Gibb's the champion, and he's like, nah.
KSI's a bit funny about that though, isn't he? He was a bit funny in an interview.
Yeah, but there was a
mates.
reason for that. So Anderson Gibb had gone public and like said, you know, F misfits and this and that, you know what I mean? So like, even there on the day during the fight, I believe that it was Mams Taylor and KSI were both on commentary, and they were very biased towards Slim, and they were asked about it afterwards, and like, well, yeah, obviously we wanted Slim to win because he's a misfit fighter, and Anderson Gibb had spoke his shit, but it's all good, like, it's all just for entertainment value and so on, so it's all been squashed and left to one side.
What are the misfit shows like? Is it just all YouTubers in the crowds, or do you get like proper boxing fans who go, and do they mix well really with like boxing fans will say, oh, you're only a YouTuber, blah blah blah?
I can only really talk from my personal experience. I'm a massive boxing fan. I've been from very early on. My favourite fighter of all time was Prince Naseem. Like, he's the reason I got into boxing. Just his flashy style and stuff, boxing with his hands down. But if I was to watch, like, being at an event, the entertainment value of a Misfits event is far superior than a standard boxing event, because you've got the entertainment of like the ring walks and stuff. They go to the extravagance, like they want to make sure they're entertaining all different sides of things. But you know, if you look at people like Carl Froch, however you pronounce it, like, he speaks out publicly about, oh, it's all a joke, it's a big circus act, but that's entertainment. And would you rather pay £20 to watch like boring ring walks and boxing, or get more for your money and have all the entertainment value around the actual boxing?
Yeah, you're getting an experience as well there, really, aren't you, with all the entertainment and all that? Yeah,
I do think there's standard, like, you know, real boxing fans who are starting to convert, I suppose, and enjoy the misfit side of things. But it's definitely a process that's going to be ongoing for about 10 years, I think.
Everyone says this about Jake Paul. He fakes his fights. Is the YouTube boxing sort of scripted like the WWE because there's an entertainment purpose?
Like WWE.
I think so. I think the Tyrone Woodley fight, I mean, this is just my personal opinion. He's nothing to do with Misfits, by the way. Jake Paul, he owns MVP, doesn't he? So he's got his own promotion. He's like the rivals of Misfits. But the Tyrone Woodley fight, there was something that, like, it was, I don't know if you've seen it. Basically, Jake Paul goes like this, like, and twitches his hand, and then Tyrone Woodley drops his hand.
They have all them signs in the wrestling, don't they, when they do
little
things?
signals, basically.
It looked like he's gone like, I'm going to throw this now. Tyrone Woodley's dropped his hand, and then Jake Paul's cracked him with a curler, and he's gone down. And I'm thinking,
it's a signal.
But I saw it in real time. I watched the fight.
Same with the Tyson fight, right? That fight with Tyson was a disgrace, man. You know, that, I don't know what you made out of that.
There was a couple of things there. I said going into it, like, I wasn't a fan of the idea.
Neither was
Tyson's had his day, and I'll say the same about Mayweather as
disrespectful
well.
for a youngster of that age, disrespecting someone that we looked up to.
Yeah,
you know, it's like
even in the build-up and the words that are being spoken, like, they'll have all had a sit down. They're friends outside of that. Yeah. That's all for the entertainment side of things. Although the most entertaining part was when Mike Tyson done his interview and walked away with his arse hanging out in his groin guard. If you saw that, I think that's hilarious.
That was funny,
but
naked.
The fight itself, I think, could be scripted. I think a lot of them with Jake Paul have been, but Mike Tyson at his age should not be getting back in the ring. He's had his day. The thing is,
this is bringing discredit. It's discredit to boxing itself when there's people who are doing this WD. You know, with what happens in wrestling.
Who's discrediting boxing? Is it Jake Paul for asking the question,
Paul himself?
Is it Mike Tyson for saying yes to the money?
I'd say it's the professional fighters for the
thing is now, if we're tuning and we're paying £20 to watch the fight, even like from our homes, it's like you're getting ripped off. Do you understand? Like, what's the point paying for something which isn't genuine because it's been scripted and he's going to lose? Imagine you're betting.
You lived while Mike Tyson was at his best. I did. How old are you?
38.
Yeah, so you did as well. You know, we all got to see Mike Tyson in his prime.
Yeah, we did.
There's a younger generation out there who never even got to see him.
But they're not going to see him like that.
But they've now got to see him
just
fight.
To see the name,
even if it wasn't his best performance, they got to see him fight, and now they're all going, who was Mike Tyson back in the day?
I know.
Who was he? So now they're going and looking back at Mike Tyson. And
can I ask a question? Who do you think will be the ideal fighter to fight with Jake Paul if it's not scripted?
KSI versus Jake Paul, it's Misfits versus MVP. It's something that's been spoken about in the scene since the beginning. And I do believe that I believe Jake Paul
Should
wouldn't stand a
fight
chance.
KSI, yeah.
So reckon
Jake
KSI's
Paul
like
went
the
up to
Grinch though, innit?
heavyweight.
He just jumps around like the Grinch.
No, it doesn't matter.
You try and catch him with a punch while he's doing
still
that, though, man,
sparks
all this.
people out, man. You've seen KSI spark people out, you know. This is
He hits hard.
He
You
does,
can tell
so-
he hits hard.
do you know what? That's a good. I agree with you with what you said, because I think MVP versus Misfits.
It's a whole rivalry,
It's,
even just the Jake Paul KSI name. Like, everybody wants it, but the issue that you have with that fight is once that happens, that's the peak. What happens after that? Where can you go from there? And that's why it's taken so long for them to even, put pen to paper and make a contract signed for that fight, because of, I believe, at least it hits the peak then, and then it plateaus.
I got
Yeah,
I got another question for you now. You've got into boxing, I feel, quite late. Imagine if you got into it when you were younger, if you had that passion and drive. Do you reckon you would have been you would have made something, right? I reckon you could have.
I mean, I'm not going to say you could have or whatever, but I mean, I got into it younger. I started boxing when I was 16 in a gym called the Williston ABC in Birkenhead, and then I'd done it for about a year there. I enjoyed it, but they had us running and sit-ups, and I didn't enjoy that side of things. I just wanted to fight. I grew up fighting on the street. I loved fighting. I lived for it. Like, I never caused fights, by the way. I was just like,
They were trying to build
I
your
was the big
stamina.
guy. I was always the biggest
internally.
of them.
They were trying to build your stamina, prepare you to take the
Yeah.
shots, and so you can handle it.
But I ended up finding that I preferred to go out drinking. Went out drinking, I'd party all the time. I found an excuse every day. It was Wild Wednesdays, Mad Mondays, Tenacious Tuesdays. It was 2-for-1 Thursdays. Any opportunity, I would rather be in a nightclub or a pub drinking.
Well, so you just make a name for the day, and that's your reason to go out.
I
then?
never made them up. I'm saying that this is
they're
like
real
pub
names?
sales. Like
Oh,
that was
this
this.
is what you
I thought that was
doing
just
at
your
the time.
excuse for it. Like it's Wild
So
Wednesday.
he's just saying that
Fuck it Fridays. Go on, man. Yeah.
he didn't have that discipline to focus.
Yeah, there was-
and he wanted to chill, basically.
Well, I'll be real. Like, even as a kid, I wanted to get into boxing. My brother was a bit overweight, and my mum and dad put him into a boxing gym to help him with the weight loss. I wanted to go into the boxing as well, and they told me, no, you're already fighting enough. We're not going to send you somewhere where you can learn how to fight. And I'm thinking, like, why not? You know what I mean? In my head, I wanted to learn how to fight for that reason.
Yeah.
But I would have been taught so much in terms of discipline and stuff that it would have changed me. Because
It would have changed
since
you,
I
I think
started
so.
boxing,
They've done a
I haven't
mistake
been in a
there.
street fight. The only street fight I've had since I've started boxing, a lad comes up to me, I hit him with a double jab. Oh, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Usually it's a haymaker and it's done, but it's with a double jab. But he realised, and like, whoa. But I think if I'd have had more discipline back then, I would have definitely been able to make something of myself.
Yeah.
Who knows? Could have got to English level, British level,
Yeah.
world level. I don't know. But I
Do you know
can
what
fight.
though, right? Say it was English and British level, you could get to a bigger level than that now with the amount of interest, what YouTube boxing's got in it, and obviously the financial side of it and all that. You could have made something of yourself younger, fought for British titles and all that, but you'll make more money now fighting at the sort of YouTube events and
Yeah,
Misfits
definitely,
events.
definitely.
It's going that way now, isn't it? Where they're getting paid a lot more. There's a lot more interest in it that way, which I don't know how actual boxers coming through.
Well,
who are
that's
away
that's
from
why
that
you
field.
get like that's why we're seeing pro fighters, people who or retired pro fighters
Yeah.
at least, talking the shit about the likes of Misfits. They're not talking shit for the sake of slating them. They're talking shit so that then maybe KSI pops up and is like, shut your mouth, and then they will fight.
Well, I think that
Get a
with
payday.
Carl Froch and Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I mean, even Tony Bellew was giving him a bit of stick on that. He doesn't need to prove himself to any of these people or nothing like that. And he's taking these old fellas to Jake Paul's press conferences and stuff
I think
like
that was
that.
hilarious. That was a Paddy Power.
Paddy
was it?
Power,
Yeah,
Paddy
yeah.
Power, they're quite funny, yeah. Paddy Power are quite funny. He took
But
the old
you
fella there.
think Tony Bellew didn't get a nice paycheck for that? Like,
Tony Bellew would flatten him, no, and there'd be no thingies of like throwing a fight and all that. I don't think he would. I think he just bingo Jake Paul.
Certain people, I think that you are right. I don't think he'd ever throw a fight to Tony
Yeah.
Bellew, like, but that for that reason, he probably wouldn't get the opportunity. I'm not saying he needs to throw the fight, but like, I think he's in a position where he didn't retire that long ago from boxing, so he could probably get right back into
Yeah.
a camp and start off where he left. But imagine putting him in against Jake Paul. Imagine putting him in against KSI. Like, it's a different breed.
Yeah.
I know personally, like, I box at a certain level. The people I'm sparring are at a certain level. Pro fighters, high-level amateur fighters. And then a few weeks ago, I got asked to go and spar Darren Till in the Sunday. I went there, and he put me on my ass. Like, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I got hit so hard. And he's only a cruiserweight. And I'm quite a heavyweight myself,
Yeah.
like, and when he hit me with a double left hand, just put me on my ass. didn't knock me out, but like boom, boom.
Do you think he'd have beat Tommy Fury and that's why Tommy pulled out of it?
Yeah, 100%. He was going to absolutely destroy Tommy Fury.
Then again, seeing Tommy Fury versus KSI, I thought Tommy Fury actually beat KSI, in all honesty, by like, I think 5-1 in rounds. I thought it was like, you know what I mean? And I wish I didn't put money on it because the bookies had Tommy Fury in the last round. I remember looking at it at like 22-1. And I was like, that can't be right. I should bet on it, just like throw a 10 on or something. But I was thinking, I didn't want to because it was that, you know what I mean? But I was thinking, I thought he's won it anyway. But maybe the bookies wanted to put everyone to waste the money throwing on KSI, do you know what I mean, for the win. But I thought he won that, like, and then he beat Jake Paul as well. I don't think they could have been fixed fights really.
I think for Tommy Fury in them situations, the reason it made them look almost close. I don't think he was throwing anything or doing all of these, like, you know, fake shenanigans, but he'd never been on a big stage like that. Whereas KSI and Jake Paul have been in front of millions of people, whether it be through the music industry, whether it be through just going to events where the fans have turned up. They've dealt with large crowds.
Yeah, so they're used to it, Andy. Tommy's not really, but yeah, you're right there. He was just fighting in arenas and that, weren't he? Small arenas and that. So maybe the occasion could have got a bit for him, do you know what I mean?
I can only imagine that's what it feels like. I'd probably feel the same way. You know,
Tommy's, because of the Fury name and his brother, I think he's, you know, he gets the publicity because of that, but he hasn't actually dealt. You're right. You're spot on actually there. He hasn't actually dealt with the large crowds
even
himself.
What you're saying there, like there was a lot of stress on him from his own family, but going into them fights,
he's got a big name to live up to.
You've got to change your name, or we'll eradicate you. You'll have to move countries and all this.
That's just ridiculous, that though, isn't it? That's stupid.
That's John Fury. Is it John Fury, the dad? Isn't it? Like he's crazy, mate.
Dad carries on a bit like a lawless bloody. You know, I think Tyson himself is a classy guy as a boxer. When you leave him to it, his dad goes a bit OTT sometimes, and I think even Conor McGregor
fella and cut his own head up.
Yeah, cut his own head. But you know, even Conor McGregor, I reckon, even the way Conor McGregor came about and started giving the gob, really it was always Fury. Fury had that before Conor McGregor because you know he was the world champion, and I think Conor McGregor even copied that from him. But the thing is, with Fury, he was very respectful. You know, he used to give it the big uns, but he used to be very careful with his words. He'll call you like, oh, you're a sausage or something like that. He won't actually get, you know,
personal.
He was a classy guy, and it's a cool thing because that's something what Muhammad Ali also had. You know, he used to have the gob, but he used to be classy with it.
And are you classy with yours? Your trash talk to other fighters and that, or do you go in on them?
I still haven't found myself in that part of it yet. Like I'm still trying to work out who I want to be at that moment.
So you're not give yourself a character in that way?
Not even a case of giving myself a character. I'm a quiet person. Even back in the day in the street fights, I didn't gob off.
Yeah.
If someone got in my face, I'd just crack them. Like, you want to fight? You've got your fight. Yeah. There it is. So I tend to just stay quiet, look them dead in the eyes, like let them know what's coming without saying any words. Yeah. But obviously, for the big stage with Misfits and stuff, you know,
you need to sell them then, don't you? Like
with my last fight with Tommy Hench, like it was on a promotion called 3X Boxing, and they had like a whole press conference and like a weigh-in and face-off and stuff, and hilarious. Like I laughed when he done it. Right, I'm getting interviewed by this fella, and he's saying, you know, how's the training camp been going for Tommy Hench? And me coach is in the crowd going, tell him, Beaman, we haven't fucking trained for him. He's right, we haven't trained for him, which we hadn't. Like I said, 5 days notice. How can you train for someone on fight? You can't. And he went, Hadouken! And hit me right in the chest, sent me fucking flying back. Not on my ass or nothing, but I had to take a few steps back. And I couldn't help but laugh just because he said Hadouken. Like,
speaking of that, Hadouken, whose finisher would you say that was more, Ryu's or Ken's? Who would you label it with?
Ryu, probably.
It would be Ryu, wouldn't it?
Ryu.
But Ken's, that's just totally off subject, by the way. That's just a street fight thing, but I've always thought it's more Ryu's than Ken's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's that. Well, conversation's on there anyway.
Well, Hadouken would have been Ken's. And
no, Ryu's was
It's the uppercut which Ryu...
No, that was Sagat. Sagat on the uppercut, didn't he?
No, because Ryu done the scar on Sagat's chest, yeah.
It's
the scar on
yeah, but Sagat on the tiger uppercut, didn't he?
Yeah, he does a tiger, but it was Ryu's uppercut that left the scar on his chest.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So the uppercut of Ken...
That's Scorpion off Mortal Kombat, isn't it?
Mortal Kombat, right. So, in the hybrid boxing league that I'm fighting in this month, right, you're allowed to grab the wrists and that, yeah.
Yeah.
Just imagine the fucking clip I can get if I just grab his wrist. Get over here.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
You get some
And I'm
views
thinking
for that,
about
like.
it, like, I might do it.
You have to nail the voice though. You have to get the voice.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll work
That was
on
a
that.
sick
I'll work
move,
on that.
though.
Again with them
Scorpion
two,
and
who do you
Sub-Zero.
reckon? Sub-Zero or Scorpion? Like
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero was my favourite.
I always pick Sub-Zero, yeah.
Yeah, Sub-Zero was
Sub-Zero,
better,
and was that the Bruce Lee character? He used to be sick
But then he used
as
to
well.
kick in the air, like, who was
Like,
that?
It's the Matrix, weren't it?
No, the Bruce Lee character in Mortal
No, I
Kombat.
know, yeah. I don't know the more.
I always get
something
confused
Lee,
between
man.
them
His
all,
name was
Mortal
Lee
Kombat,
something.
Street Fighter, Tekken.
It's going to have a Chinese
It was
second name.
Sub-Zero and the Chinese guy who used to do the Bruce Lee moves in Mortal Kombat. Those two were the
Yeah,
good
Tekken and
ones.
Street Fighter. They were the... I had Mortal Kombat 3.
Martial Law in Tekken with Haorang, the guy with the kicks.
Yeah.
The guy with the kicks, you know.
Haorang,
and then
yeah.
there was that other... Was it Eddie Gordo who used to do
Yeah.
this? The
Eddie Gordo, yeah.
Eddie Gordo used to spin on his legs and stuff.
Have you seen any weird fights on YouTube? Would you get involved in the phone box fighting? Or the car jitsus and stuff like that? Would that ever get you interested?
Funnily enough, even though I've got my YouTube channel with Call of Duty stuff, I react to like fight stuff on Facebook. We've got quite a big following on there. And one of the reasons I got into it was because of the phone booth fighting. Like,
it?
I think it's fucking hilarious. Would I get involved in it? I'm 6'4". I've got a long reach. Would I be able to land anything? I don't know.
Nah, I
think
think
my
you'd be...
arms stuck in like the gaps, like hanging
Yeah.
out. Or, like, I don't know. I think if they made them a little bit bigger, I'd have a go. Just for the sake of saying I've had a go, but fucking hell.
Could you share with our audience what's your YouTube?
No, you're going to
I can't do any sort of jiu-jitsu, but that car jiu-jitsu one's hilarious. Just sat next to each other and then the bell goes and they're like...
Could you share with the audience what's your YouTube channel, please?
YouTube channel is Bad Boy Beaman. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, more Bad Boy Beaman. Also, Bad Boy Boxing. And if you want, you can go and check out what's going down in town. I'm on Facebook as Bad Boy Beaman as well. TikTok as Bad Boy Beaman, and just Bad Boy Beaman everywhere.
And just to let you guys know, he's got 125,000 followers on his main channel.
bit more, isn't it?
Which is Bad Boy Beaman.
125k on YouTube. On my main
YouTube,
channel,
yeah.
146,000 on Facebook.
Facebook. So tune in onto his YouTube, guys. YouTube, because he's got quite a big following on that. I did check it out. So lots of games and stuff is into. So that's something we're going to move on to now.
I'm going to go on to the game stuff now, yeah.
You must be doing something quality, man, to get those kind of followers in a,
Quality, something like that,
You must be sharing something of quality, because people, it's not easy to get followers like that.
Well, what I'll say is, like I mentioned earlier on, like it's not something I ever thought about, I want to be a YouTuber or I'm going to do this to become famous or whatever. It was just a case of me being frustrated. I played Call of Duty competitively. I was entering into Call of Duty Warzone tournaments early on when it first came out in Verdansk. And I think my total winnings weren't much, about 50 grand between me and my teams. And I realised like people were cheating. They were using aimbot and wall hacks, and I spotted it, like people snapping onto enemies in the game. And I was like how am I meant to compete against that? So I retired from the competitive scene of it, carried on streaming, trying to have fun with it. One of the guys who I was teamed up with while streaming, I found out he was cheating. I retired from streaming. I was just like, done. Like, I can't be bothered. I'm not asked. I went away and decided to start like learning how the cheats work, and then just off watching videos and stuff, I got a sort of general understanding of how they worked. But then I thought, what's better than first-hand knowledge? So when I downloaded some of the cheats myself, I had a little play with them and realised just how easy it is to make cheats look legit.
Yeah.
Like softness, smoothness, speed of the aim, everything like that. So
did you have a go with the cheating yourself, like?
Well, that's
of course,
like,
it's
so
gonna
that's what I mean. The
experiment
first-hand
with it,
knowledge I used probably in my time now about 45, 50 different cheat programs just to see if they were any different from each other. And then once I'd learned about them properly, I felt like I could tell the difference.
Yeah.
Like 99.9% right, like if it's legit or cheat.
Like observing another person's gaming.
Just by watching them who live stream. So I went into it and that's when I started posting the videos about it, and it blew up. YouTube just blew up. So I realised early on that drama sells, hate sells even better.
Yeah.
And I had a topic that I could talk about that was essentially dramified and hate fueled. So that's why the YouTube channel done so well.
Don't you think that in games, if you're going to apply these sort of cheats, it takes the fun factor out of the game altogether. Makes it very easy to stroll from start to finish, right? You're going to complete the whole story. You're going to get to know complete the whole game, and then
Talking about like Warzone, where there's such a large competitive scene, like some of the competitions and tournaments that are being run for that game are like above $250,000 for the first place winner. So why wouldn't you cheat?
Are people cheating in them tournaments?
In them tournaments, people have been
So
caught
hang
and
on,
banned
so
for cheating.
so wait, if you're gonna have a prize of $250,000, that's big money, and you're gonna have international gamers all from all around the world, right? How can somebody win that prize via cheating? That's just totally out.
Can these judges not see that?
Well, here's the problem. Right now, it's different because COVID lockdown. You got to remember during lockdown, they still decided to run the tournaments with such large prize pools, but people were allowed to stream from their own home during the tournaments. So what judges, like, how are they going to be able to see the game?
The thing is now, if I don't do internet gaming and stuff now, but if I was and I was regulating a competition or something, I said this is the prize, right? And all the people who log onto the server, there must be a way to tell that he's logged in and he's put so many cheat codes in to have all this, built up. And he's going to compete with probably thousands of people, and there's thousands of people logged on.
It's not as it once was. It's not a cheat code that you put in. It's a program that you have running, which is embedded within the game.
Wow.
So, without getting too technical with it all, like the game was released originally without an anti-cheat. So everyone was cheating who wanted to, and people realised like, shit, like I can cheat and get away with it. There were streamers doing it. Like there was a guy called Wagnificent, played with some of the biggest names in the scene like Symphony, Z-Laner, Destroy and others, right? And he got permabanned live on stream, and it was because there was a detection of a specific cheat provider. Now at that time there was like 100 companies providing cheats for the game. That was just one of them. All you download the program, you open it up, then you start your game. And when you start your game, it has a little menu pop up, aimbot on, wall hacks on. You can change the smoothness and all the settings, right?
It's all programming, right?
Well, that's essentially, it's just a program that embeds itself within the game, and it's pulling data from the game to allow you to know where enemies are as well. So it shows you like a stick man of enemies who are in a building, three buildings away. So that's wall hacks.
Imagine being on that and you're playing against like 10 cheaters, you'd go off your head, wouldn't you? It's uncontrollable, really.
That's what it's like now.
Obviously, this stuff's been going on since the PlayStation 1 days, man. From all them times.
No, could you go online on the PlayStation 1? You couldn't, could you?
No, but cheating is still a thing.
Oh, just cheat codes and that, yeah?
The cheating stuff has been going on from the very first, and it's always programming. But the thing is, it's computer programming. Games released, and then these programmers go around doing whatever. They know how to program within the gaming program, and then they make it sync, and then that's it. So he's explaining. But the thing is, this thing is not just in gaming. Then this is also in cars and whatever. It's computers, programs, and this is how you remap files on a car. Change the parameters.
Essentially, yeah, what you said, like you remap an ECU on a car.
ECU and so forth or whatever. So this is the same sort of thing because it's all computer. You can change the code. You do coding and you change the specification on what happens when you push the alarm button. You can make this and that. Mirrors fall or whatever.
As an example with the car reference, if you were to have a race and you had, say, for example, 5 people who were in the same car, right? No modifications, and then one of them went to a garage and got it on a rolling road and remapped it.
Mapped it
right?
up.
And then they had the race. He's going to win.
He's going to win.
He's got the upper hand. He's
added
extra code to his car. Yeah.
Did you ever get called out for your cheating when you had a little go of it? Like,
I mean, listen, yeah, I did. But I was honest with it. One of my first videos, within the first 10 videos I put out, I said, like, people are wondering how I know, because I was putting the videos out exposing people, and they're like,
so you wasn't technically cheating for the sake to win, you were doing it to expose the cheat?
I only done it to test the cheat so that I could go on to expose cheaters, yeah. And that's what I did. I done a video explaining why I tested them, what I tested, and what I found out while I was doing it, and that's how I can see what people are up to. And people still to this day say, oh, that Boy Beaman was exposed for cheating. Like, who exposed me? Me.
You exposed yourself.
Yeah.
I know.
But no, people still call me a cheater and say I'm just as bad as them. Like,
so, Cronus Send?
Okay, so Cronus Send is a cheating device, yeah.
Right.
Recently, PS5 have had an update that's banned that device from being used on the consoles. So if you try and plug that into your console now, you can't. That nowhere near as bad as PC cheats. Nowhere
Right, okay.
near.
PC's on another level.
PC's literally like you press shoot on your controller and it'll just lock onto someone. With Cronus Zen, it just enhances the aim assist that's already built into the game. So the cheat programs on PC manipulate the game files, whereas a Cronus Zen manipulates the controller. So you have to map it so that essentially when you press shoot on a shooter game, you have to pull down to control your recoil. So what you would do is you would map it onto the Cronus Zen to pull down the recoil just off press and shoot. So yes, it's cheating. Yes, it gives you an upper hand, but it's nowhere near as bad as.
So another one now. With your account on YouTube, when you're exposing all this, you must get some sort of the feedback from your followers. What are those like? Obviously in the comments, because normally when I see a good video, I always go into the comments and I actually go scroll through it, and I enjoy that. I find that very entertaining, and to see what the crowd actually thinks.
Yeah, there's two sides to that coin. Like, obviously I get a lot of hate. A large portion of it, in fact, is hate from the fans of the streamers who I'm talking about. Because these guys are celebrities in the eyes of millions, you know.
Oh, right, okay.
But my followers, people who actually support what I'm doing, you know, they're in agreement. But I've always told my followers to do your own research, you know, keep an open mind. And everything I've said is like, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm always giving my opinion rather than
Have any of the
stating things as
people,
fact.
have any of the people you've exposed ever like called you out, now that you're in doing your boxing as well, called you out and gone, fucking, I want to have it with him, do you know what I mean?
A guy called Boy Beaman, he's quite big on Twitch, and he's currently playing with, I don't know if you know Dr. Disrespect, like, so that's their teammates now.
I don't know any of them. I only play the computer myself, just story mode, that's it. And I only play Final Fantasy games, really. That's stuff like that.
No, so, well, Bobby Poff is like quite a big name. I called him out a few times and he didn't really reply to anything. There's a guy called Keemstar who's involved with the Misfits.
I've heard of his name.
Yeah. So he's massive. He's like created and owned Drama Alert, and then went from that, created Happy Punch, which like spread the news on like influencer boxing as well as now pro boxing. But he used to be involved in the matchmaking side of things for the prelim fights on Misfits. And he reaches out to me and was like, yo, bad Boy Beaman, I've got a fight for you if you want. And I'm like, who against? The answer's yes, but who against? And he's like, Bobby Poff. I was like, all day, not without a shadow of a doubt, I'm fighting him.
Yeah.
I was meant to be fighting on Misfits 9 in Newcastle on the undercard of Idris Virgo versus Aaron Chalmers against Bobby Poff. And then Bobby Poff pulled out.
That must be frustrating, because you're going to get on Misfits and then he pulls out, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's my own fault. I realised early on that I can't put videos out of myself training, because these people are going to be like, fuck, I'm not fighting him.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
And then I don't want to smash in the back, bam, 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 like Bobby Poff, you're fucking getting it, lad. Bam, bam, bam. Just like, I was just trying to like do the drama-fied shit and entertainment value, but Bobby Poff saw it, and then about 3 hours after I posted that video, Keemstar reached out to me and was like, Bobby Poff's pulled out the fight. He's the one who asked for it.
Yeah.
And then he pulled out.
Do you think you got scared with that video?
Yeah, I do. Honestly, I do. And rightfully so, because he would have got destroyed. He's like 6'8", but he would have got destroyed either way.
I've seen them two fellas call you out. You had the belt on your Instagram. Two fellas called you out. I don't know whether they're gamers or what, but on the comments, I think one of them sounded Polish or something.
Oh, Eric Madge, he's a BKB fighter, mate. You know,
is he? Yeah.
So he's not an influencer. And there's an influencer boxing title that I've got. You got to remember, like, first and foremost, before boxing, I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to get my brain rattled. I'm not here to get my face split open. I'm in it for the business side of things. I love fighting, but obviously, as I've gotten older, I've decided that the business side of things is so much better. You get money and maintain your health. So, would I fight Eric Madge there? Yeah, if the price was right. But on a show like DKM, the price is never going to be right. Yeah. That's like a small influencer boxing show.
Is that what belt you've got, is it?
Yeah, I'm the DKM influencer heavyweight title holder. But no one, since I've had it for like 6 months, and no one's called me out for it. Who's worthy of the challenge?
Yeah.
Other than, like I said, I had to fight Tommy Hench on that 3X boxing one, and he's like been in the white collar scene for years. And then I've got other people who are in the BKB scene, like Eric Madge, but he's got like a decent amateur background as well. So I'm not saying I'm scared of him. I'm saying the price needs to be right for me to put my health at risk that much.
That's fair enough.
Do
Like,
I think I can beat him? Yes.
Yeah.
But the price has got to be right.
Yeah, of course. Got to have the price right because you're not getting any younger, bro. So
You calling me old, lad?
no, I'm just saying we're not though, innit? You know, this is like Mo Salah is not getting any younger. You got to pay him the right dividends.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he's
it.
getting better. I mean, going on the Salah thing, he's like, you can't offer him like a 5-year deal and then still be paying him like 400 grand when he's 38.
Do you know what?
I mean?
I blame the people, whoever are doing these negotiations, because had they done the job right 2 years ago when they renewed his contract, we wouldn't be in this fucking shit position.
What do you
what
reckon,
I don't
Ben?
understand is when you had the opportunity to
Mo
extend
Salah's
his,
contract situation, I know it's just off subject here, but Mo Salah's contract situation,
should
he's
have
saying
given him a 5 years then, because then he would have been still under the 5-year contract, still giving him the same salary, and then you'd have had 3 years still to sell him on. Do you know what I mean? That's not rocket science. When you're
There was no one there to sort it, so all the director of football and everything had left, and Mike Gordon, who was running the transfers and the contracts, stepped down.
You're going to have to give him what he wants, though, otherwise doesn't he go on
I'm
the
talking
free?
about the
I'd
last
rather give
time
Van
when they
Dijk what he
renewed him.
wants.
You know where they
I
renewed
think-
him.
So like since then to do any talks, like when we renewed that contract in 2022, there's everyone left. So there's been no one to
ruined it.
And then they were like, "Oh well, we need to start renewing contracts."
And then they done. You've got Arnold, you've got Van Dijk, and then you've got Salah. All fucking contracts ending at and they're all top players. Like the best defender one's the best right back that we've got in the world, and then you got fucking Salah. Like
Anyway,
all their
fuck all
contracts
that.
coming to an end.
Go back to Andy. Fucking went a bit off it there with Salah's contract and that.
Oh,
You
I
saying-
say-
I like talking about Liverpool this
you know when you were saying you were younger and you didn't get into the boxing, your man wouldn't put it into, is that when you fell into sort of computer gaming and all stuff like that to substitute for boxing?
Sort of, so like, is it, I can't explain it, so like, I preferred being outside and playing. You
Yeah,
know,
that was
setting
our,
fires and,
growing
like,
up, we were outside, weren't we, until like,
setting fires, playing knick-knock or knock a door run, whatever you call it over there.
knock and run, but
knock and
it's
run,
got
yeah.
different names everywhere. I mean,
Used to play all that, and then like, but I used to skateboard and that as well. I used to come over to Rampworks all the time and skateboard.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
proper, like really into it. Like,
I've got a mate in work called Paul Connell, and he calls it knock and pop. Knock and pop. Now, I mean, I don't know what that means. I just called it.
I mean,
just
you get
called
the
it
knock
knock
side
and
of it,
run.
but
Do you know what I
what's the
mean?
pop about? Like, a bit of popping, you run while you get off, I don't know.
I don't know,
But
but
no, I used to do all that, but I'd stay out late, get grounded, and then I'd be grounded for like 2 weeks. So I'd sit there playing Need for Speed Underground 2 or like FIFA or whatever. Just whatever I could get me
with the Rampworks thing, though, did you get into your Tony Hawks and the Dave Meara games or anything like
Love
that?
Tony Hawks,
Tony Hawks
yeah.
was, I think it was Tony Hawks
They
2.
made it
was
as well, to
good.
be fair, yeah. Tony Hawk's though, like, obsessed with them. I played them all the way through until like, I think it was PS2 was when they stopped, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Played all the PS1 games, all the PS2 games.
PS1 and PS2 were great consoles, I
I
thought.
used to go and buy magazines though and like get videos of people skateboarding and everything back in the day. Like, it was a bit of a fucking.
What's that game? Your best one? What is it?
Pro Skate 4.
Pro Skater 4. I've never played that
I
one.
I think I played Pro Skate 3 and that was it. Like, Tony Hawk's, it's the OG, you know, so anything after that, it's sort of like, oh, they're just trying to mimic it or copy it, but I mean, that's the only reason Tony Hawk's is famous is because he done the 900. He was the first one to do a 900 on vert, and then he created the game.
Yeah.
He was never the best skateboarder, like, even people like Bam Margera were better than him, like, in terms of what tricks he could do in the Arsenal, but like...
I like Bam Margera, mainly because Jackass, but he's a bit mad now, isn't he?
Like Jackass and that
Jackass
as well,
are bossing,
So
yeah.
I'm in the process of setting up a collaboration channel at the minute called Twisted Kings with a couple of people who are also like influencers or content creators, and that's the plan, like just pure Jackass content.
So
Set
you're
each other
going
on
to do your
fire and
own...
just do mad shit.
You're going to do your own Jackass stuff and stuff like that.
So believe it or not, like that's what got me into like realising I didn't want to work a dead-end job or 9-to-5 job, whatever you want to call it. Like I wanted to be something. I didn't want to be a singer or a rapper or a fucking skateboarder, but I wanted to just do something outside the box. And me and my mates, one of my mates got a video camera when we were like 14, and he used to edit videos then well, probably looking back they were shite, but like at the time
They were good, yeah.
they were really good. And we used to just go out doing stunts. He'd be like, "Hey Beaman, do you reckon you can jump off that roof there?" He'd be like, "Yeah." And I'd just get up and just run and jump off the roof into a bush.
Yeah,
Like,
we used
"Oh,
to
my
do all
fucking
that
ankles,"
over
you know?
here and get in a little, on them yellow funnels they put in the ground for like electricity things and whatever.
Yeah.
Get in one of them, and we roll down a hill in one of them, your head smacking off the floor all the way down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't nice, like, but, and we weren't getting paid for it, but back then that is like sort of jackassy stuff you were doing. But that was a generation thing, I think, because you had the Attitude Era with wrestling, Jerry Springer, and then Jackass, and everyone wanted to just, everyone seen all that and was just going off their heads, weren't they, as kids?
We took it to a whole new level, like, so we, obviously everything was recorded. We'd go out with the plan of, right, we're going to do stunts today, we're going to record our next video today. And locally, around the Wirral, like, everyone knew who we were. Like, this, we had a website, right, called lndl.net, Live Now, Die Later, that's what it was called, right. When we were about, like, when I was about 15, my dad, good-eyed, and you're not fucking knocking about with them anymore. I'm sick of this LNDL shit, right? Which, fair play, looking back, I'm a father now, and I'm thinking, if my kids come home, like, oh yeah, set my head on fire and that, like, I'd ground them. Wouldn't hit them though. But in 2025, not allowed. But the reality is, ITV reached out to us when we were like 15. I'd be like, we're doing a TV show, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be about like all... They made it sound magical, like it was going to be great and be like a good opportunity for us to have publicity, right? So I'm like, Mum, please, because my dad would have said no straight away, so I'm begging my mum. And my mum and dad wouldn't sign, needed parental consent. All my other mates, their parents signed fine and whatever, it went on, and it was called ITV Teenagers from Hell.
Do you think they were just trying to make a quick bit of loads of money off all yous?
That's exactly what they did, yeah.
Any ideas what you're going to go with for when you start? Like, if you all got together and thought, we're going to do this, or is it just going to be off the cuff?
Okay, so it's definitely, I think for the first one, it's going to be an individual introduction of each character, each person involved. The idea is I want everyone to be out the comfort zone for it. So we've got a guy called Scott Lowe Snaps. He's quite popular in terms of his TikTok and like Instagram and stuff. He started off with doing challenges, like his mate would go, hey, like jump in there for 50 quid sort of thing, or that you wouldn't strip naked and run in that pub for 50 quid or whatever, and he'd go, 50 quid? Go on then, fuck it. And that was his content to start with, like, and he's just blew up off it, like, so it's going to be difficult to get something that will put him out of his comfort zone. Like the other day it was snowing and he went out in his fucking bills, started doing snow angels in the middle of the street, like at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So he's got no limitations, that lad. So I'll find something wild for him. But Lee Monaghan, he's involved in it as well, and he doesn't like swimming, or he can't swim. It's one or the other. So his challenge is going to involve water. So we're going to put everyone out the
put him in water and then just threaten to throw a toaster in. See how long he stays in there for.
What was that guy's name who used to escape from things? Like that, yeah. Not David, the one before him back in the day.
Houdini.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Some Houdini shit with him. Like we'll put him in a straitjacket, throw him in water. You know what I mean? Something mad.
I mean, you get good views on that though.
Yeah, if he dies, especially, you know what I mean.
That's
people
how Houdini
like, shit,
died,
he actually died.
Water.
We'll record the funeral and that, obviously. I joke, but that's the reality of it. Things are going to be extreme. If people are saying like that was too far, fair enough. We'll wind it back a little bit. But the concept of it is to just be as wild as Dirty Sanchez with the professionalism of Jackass, with a little bit of
that's good. That
sprinkled on top.
How to get like big views, man, on YouTube?
It's about taking things to a level that the viewer can't fathom. Like, now we need to be, in this day and age, terms and conditions of each platform, we've got to make sure we're abiding by all of them, just of course. But we need to be able to take things to the extreme, to the point where people are going to be like, oh shit, they actually went there, like, oh, they've actually done it, like, there's no way he's going to do that, and then it happens, you know.
So something that Show Speed done.
Shock value.
Do you know who Show Speed is?
Show Speed.
Yeah. So this guy jumped over a Lamborghini and then he got blocked because it was a dangerous stunt that he pulled, but something like that. But I thought it was cool because I saw him, the car accelerates and then he just jumps and the car goes.
He's in a position where he's got like contacts at YouTube anyway, so like, you know, all it takes is a phone call and he gets his account back. But yeah, I see what you mean.
So stuff like that, you're saying that when something's dangerous, you need to know the rules and regulations.
It's not even just that. So technically speaking, you just need to have a warning at the start that says, you know, these stunts are performed by professionals. We're not professionals, but that's what it will say at the start, you know what I mean? And then you're covered under like a lot of the guidelines.
Right, okay.
I Show Speed literally just posted a clip of himself jumping over a Lamborghini and got caught out by not doing things.
What
the
is
right
his
way.
whole deal? Is he just a fast runner or something? I always see, I don't follow him or nothing, I just see him on
He's just a
Instagram.
nut job, mate. He just like, he's a young kid, barks at the camera and stuff. Like,
Similar to Thingy.
that was when he was already at his peak at that point. Like,
He's similar to the other guy who became famous, the one from Misfits, the guy you're on about. What's his name? No, KSI, innit? KSI was
KSI.
gaming. He was doing gaming as well, innit? And he was
KSI
quite loud.
Never went like as far as I Show Speed, but this is what I'm saying about like the stunts and stuff. How do you go viral? You've got to do the extreme. You've got to take it to the extreme, and that's what I Show Speed does. Like you said about the, he had this like Pikachu firework in his bedroom, and he just lit it. He's like, let's see what happens here, and it just starts going.
What, in his bedroom?
In his own bedroom, yes.
Well, I Show Speed done this and that. If that was my kid, I'd beat the
That's
shit
quite
out
easy
of
to
him.
do,
You can't though,
then,
because it's his house. His mum and dad live in it, but it's his house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's his
he's
house.
a millionaire, like he's,
Oh, really?
he's stupid rich. He's got about 20 million subscribers on YouTube. He's
Bloody
stupid
hell.
rich.
So this
I
is...
just thought he was a fast runner. I see
He
more
is- he
videos
is a
of him
fast
sprinting
runner
in the
as well,
street
like.
with someone, and obviously his name, I Show Speed. He's showing people he can run fast.
He had a race against KSI and beat him. And then he goes to like pro American football.
So
players
yeah,
and
I've seen
beats
that one,
basically,
them.
you just do
Yeah.
dumb shit. Like, your house will probably catch fire, but just do it because you'll
Yeah,
get
buy a new
followers.
house, can't you? You know, with the money you get off that video that goes viral.
You know.
Just do some dumb shit.
Would you ever get into the, so when your boxing thing's done, would you ever try and get into the promoting side of it with the money you've made from your content and all that? Would you try and give that a go?
It's a tough one because I look at things like quite logically. I think that I'd want to be the best of the best if I did decide to
Yeah.
promote. So I would have to have enough money to compete with KSI, who's a billionaire, and
Yeah, you're not going to compete with them, like, because they've already
Is
got
he a
the
billionaire?
benchmark now.
he's 50% shareholder in Prime. So yeah, he's a billionaire.
So it's
Just
Prime,
off Prime alone. Yeah.
just
By the
doing
way,
Prime as a
yeah,
that big now.
Them two, when they had their fights and all that, and they were arguing, I always thought if them two got together, they'd be really good mates.
With Logan Paul.
Yeah, I always thought they would, you know what I mean? They can't really hate each other that much without knowing each other. I thought they'd always be good mates, them two, if they got to sit down together and that.
I see a lot of that though with people who you see beefing online, like
Yeah.
with the especially with the influencer boxing scene, and then you turn up to an event and they're like sat next to each other chit chatting, and I'm like,
Does that throw you a little bit then about what it's all really about then? If
it was the first one. I went to Misfits 12 in Leeds last year, January 2024, and it was just an eye opener. So seeing people together mixing it, and it made me realise like, okay, so the stuff I'm seeing online, don't take it too serious. In terms of like, if someone was trying to call me out online, like we're from the northwest, so it's like went down the tabby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd have just waited till I see them in person and crack them.
Yeah.
But now I know that it's just like a sort of, they're trying to build a fight, they're calling me out, so I'll play along now and get involved in it, like to try and get the fight to happen. But yeah, I've seen it a few times and people like just sitting, like the good friends, but online
Yeah.
they're giving each other shit. And that's what I'm saying about like, with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, I think that they're probably, you know, behind the closed doors, just having a cup of tea.
Yeah,
and
I
having a
think they
laugh
will
together.
be, yeah.
Maybe a box of shrooms or whatever it is Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
is.
these
So it's
like
just a
gentlemen.
show thing for
Yeah, of course.
spectators
Yeah.
online, so to build up hype over it.
Because
you get
no
on
one
it?
wants to see two friends fight, do they? Like,
No, true.
Talking about that Prime in its first year, and how much money they made. So it says here, in the first year, they made $250 million in sales, and then in 2023, they surpassed 1.2 billion in annual sales, and then last year, they were valued between 3.2 billion and 8.4 billion.
Wow. Wow. That's a drink that's not even been out 5 years, man.
Plus with all the sponsors that have them from like the WWE.
There was a-
Arsenal,
Never even drank it.
There was
to
a,
be honest, I've
there
never
was a
drank
time I saw these youngsters paying £100 for a
Lovely.
bottle like an idiot. I'm not
it.
thinking,
No,
I
I've
would
never
never
drank
take.
it. I mean, I'm
My
quite
younger
loyal,
brother had
to
like these
Lucas Aid.
bottles when I went to visit. I'm thinking like, it's just caught up in this dumb hype, man. But
Course that is,
again, this is youngsters. It was little kids. It's like little children, 4 or 5 year old. Mummy, Daddy, I need a Prime bottle.
let me just be straight as well again. Cut this out, but I think that everything like with the there's not left in stock and all that. That was the sales pitch. That was the whole sales tactic.
Oh, yeah.
And it just because then they could enhance the prices everywhere. It became
Clever marketing, that, like.
because it was a target audience of a younger generation.
Yeah.
It was the need, it was the
Yeah.
want. I need this. I've got this new one, this new flavour.
Especially with kids who, I've got a bottle of Prime and you haven't, sort of thing, do you know what I mean?
I was walking around drinking Prime, looking at other kids going,
No, like I said, I've never had Prime, I just can't bring myself to drink it.
the energy, like you've got the Prime Hydrate bottles and then the Prime Energy cans. Then Prime Energy cans have got like stupid amounts of caffeine in.
Yeah.
One of them before the gym, and I'm like doing 4 gym sessions in one. Like, honestly,
They all say it's got no stuffing, no sugars, no nothings, and all
no
that.
sugar, 0 calories, like, but it's just pure caffeine.
Oh, yeah.
The hydrate's the same. It's not caffeine related, I don't believe.
Would you ever go down that route with any of your mates or whatever, or any other influencers, and have to try and bring a brand out?
Yeah, but it'd have to be like situational. So if I was to, like, I'm not just going to go, right, I'm going to bring a drink out. Like, if I was somehow in a, like, say I'd done food reviews or something, and like, I'd be like, get your drinks in, whatever, and then start drinking the drink, then people are like, oh, what's that drink? I'm like, this is.
Yeah.
So it's an opportunity to promote that brand that way, but I don't, again, like...
It's like Red Bull as well, isn't it? Red Bull became, it was like a Far Eastern sort of drink, and then the guy from Holland went on holiday there, and then he's like bought the rights, and fucking global powerhouse, man. Buying F1 teams and all sorts of sports and extreme sports now, and you name it. And one can is like 125 or 150. Do you know what I mean? Tiny little can.
When is your aim? When are you going to try and get this thing up and running with Twisted Kings?
So it's been so one of the guys who's involved is Idris Virgo. He's actually the current Steak Pro champion of the world, light heavyweight champion of the world through Misfits, obviously. But he's like, Misfits have got the influencer boxes and they've got the pro boxes as well. So he's on the pro side of things. He's one of the people involved. He was in camp. We were trying to get it set up around September last year. Obviously, with him not being able to participate for the first video, we need everyone there. Everyone doesn't have to be in every video, but for the first one, like I said, it's like an introduction of the team. So within the next two to 3 months, we'll have the first video up and running. We're already on YouTube, we're already on Instagram and TikTok, but
will that pull you away from your YouTube content? Then will you focus more on that, or because it'll be a bit tricky, won't it, if you're doing Twisted Kings boxing and YouTube?
It's just a day out, innit? Like I have a day out anyway every week, so I'll just use that as my day out. I have people working for me to edit videos. I have people working for me in terms of videography and stuff. So if I go out and record something, I'm not the guy.
Also, if you're free, then
I'll have a team of people out with me.
Yeah.
So if anyone's looking for any work or anything, let me know.
What's your best gaming series? Like, I bang on about Final Fantasy, that's mine. Do you know what I mean?
Probably Grand Theft Auto. I mean, I love Call of Duty, but Grand Theft Auto. Like,
that's fun, isn't it?
Memories as a kid playing Grand Theft Auto.
What's your best one, though? I always thought Grand Theft Auto... Grand Theft Auto 3 was one of my favourite when it first went away from the bird's eye view. That was always one of my favourites. That
was
GTA
the original
London,
one.
I've got to say GTA London, even though it was the bird's eye view and it had the Austin Powers Jaguar in it, didn't it?
That was the first one, innit? When you had the Cosworth and Escort Cosworth and then from the bird's eye view on the PlayStation,
When
that was the first.
Did change to GTA 3 though, it blew me mind.
I was boss, that.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Is it San Andreas where it looks like the Godfather, not the Godfather, Scarface sort of setup?
No, that's Vice City.
Vice City, that was a sick one.
It went GTA 3, Vice City, then San Andreas, and then
GTA 4, and then
5.
GTA 6 is probably going to be the last one, isn't it?
Yeah, but from what I'm seeing about GTA 6, that's going into a whole different world. Like, you're talking, like, you could literally create a business on there, buying and selling items and stuff, like, what I'm seeing.
If you could be in a game, what would you be in?
Fight Night.
Fight Night. Do you reckon Knockout Kings was better than that, though?
Fight Night round... I want to say was it round 4, the last one?
Need for Speed.
Is that the one when you done
Champions or something it was? But they had Big E. There was a guy in it called Big E, and he's about 7 foot tall, black guy like this, hench. I used to just go in with him, throwing a haymaker every time, beat everyone. But I'd probably put myself in a fighting game. Misfits are toying with the idea of bringing their own fighting game.
There's a new fighting game out now, isn't there?
I don't remember the name of it, but I know what you mean, Undisputed,
The last fight night that I had, I mean, I had an obsession with Axl Rose. singer out of Guns N' Roses. I made him as a character. I remember 105 fights, 105 knockouts, everyone with a body shot. That was the only punch I could throw on it. It was a body shot, and my mate, Ryan, he's a boxer. He had a cob on over it, you know what I mean? It's not fucking real. It wouldn't happen in real life and stuff like that, but that was like
It's a game though.
14, 15 years ago, like, do you know what I mean?
So you done that without a game over early, technically, didn't you, as well?
Yeah,
105 wins, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's my thing. Don't get a game over. Final Fantasy VII, the original, no game over. That's my big achievement on the PlayStation.
Check them out on YouTube soon.
Yeah. I've done a few Final Fantasies with no game over, to be honest, and a few other games.
Have you ever tried playing GoldenEye?
Was it N64, wasn't it?
The old school GoldenEye, the shoot 'em up. That
3
was
years ago, I
supposed to
got
be
the
a good...
limited edition GoldenEye N64,
Yeah.
mint condition and that, and I decided to set it up and have a little go of it, like, and it was just,
Nah.
it just wasn't
Okay, so
really.
best gaming moment and best scene in a game. So these are two things. So best gaming
Okay.
moment.
I might know. What was it called on the N64? It might have been the Dreamcast. And it had Afro Thunder on it, the fighting game.
That was
Afro
knockout
Thunder.
games.
That was,
Hang on, Ready
boxing.
to Rumble.
Ready to Rumble.
Afro Thunder was the...
Afro
My
Thunder was-
best moment.
I thought that was not Fight Night.
No, that was Ready to Rumble.
Thunder.
He would knock
Ready to
someone out and go, somebody better call a doctor. And that was it. I used to, every time, I'd like, me and my brother would have a play fight and he'd hit the floor and I'd say it and that was it. So that's probably the best thing.
Clocked it with him. The devil was the final opponent.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Afro Thunder. Clocked it with him, yeah.
That's a sick
Afro
game.
Thunder. What a game that was. I think that was the Dreamcast, wasn't it?
It might have
Afro
been, yeah.
Thunder.
Played Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah.
So obviously you can have multiple relationships on it. Later on in the game, as long as you've went right the way through the game. And what?
I haven't really played them too much, but there's a fella to watch on YouTube called, what's his name? Scouse Assassin, and he plays all the.
Yeah, well, I've only played
Assassin's Creed games.
Valhalla, but you can make Eivor be gay later on in one of them. So the first time through it, I made him not be gay. I was like, fuck that, I'm not having a Viking gay. Then I went back onto my save and I was like, do you know what? Just what if he was a bender for the scene? Do you know what I mean? Made him be gay. Do you know what I mean? Then
that makes you a little bit.
I know.
Gay, I wonder what happens if he's gay.
And
that
then
question in your mind, you know, that's the bisexual coming out of you.
That's just random. So I made him be gay, and then obviously after he's been gay, I was like, fuck that. So I went back to me save again, done the whole thing again. I was like, then he's going back straight now. Do you know what I mean? But it was just the curious moment.
Yeah, you know, he had this moment. He tried it. He didn't like it. Straight back into it.
And then again, I was thinking, is that just this new age thing now where they're making Vikings gay to make them?
Bro, this shit's been going on for thousands of years, man. Have you
Yeah,
seen
the
biblical
Romans and everything used to
fucking thousands of years? Otherwise, we wouldn't have the floods in Noah's time, man. If you never had
What's this for people
forget
being
Noah. Even before that, you had that age of sodomy in it. The
I
Sodom
don't
and
know.
Gomorrah.
I haven't got a
So
fucking clue.
this Batman stuff's been going on for thousands of years. You know, like, war against God.
Batty man, you know.
Batman shit has been going on. But it's true though, because I said it in work as well. Remember when I said, look, if a man
I'll fucking freeze him.
does
by the
his
way, you know.
wife in from behind,
cold.
back shots her, he's a batty man, isn't it? Because like, what's the difference? Him doing a woman or a man up the arse is the same thing. You're a batty man.
Okay.
I think
True,
it's only gay if you're taking it up the arse.
No, but the
you
thing
shut
is,
your eyes, mate.
what I'm saying is, if a man does it to his to a woman or a man, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Whether you do it to a man or a woman, it's the same thing. Because
I'll be
you
honest.
get it?
I agree.
Logically,
I agree.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Is the batty man. Isn't it? So just
I
stay
wouldn't
away
use
from
that saying,
batty.
like, but I mean, I agree. I've
You-
never done
apparently-
that.
Would you push your kids into boxing, streaming, or they're twisted?
I've always told my kids that, like, whatever they want to be when they're older, I'll fully support it. My eldest, she wants to go to university.
Yeah.
Unsure what she wants to study there yet, but she's like in college now, so she's going to uni. My second youngest daughter, she edits for me on the weekends and stuff, like a little bit of I give her some money and that. She edits me Facebook videos and stuff, so she's sort of getting into that industry and seeing how much can be made and how easy the work can be, but she needs to see the difficult times as well. But I've always told them if they want to become a YouTuber or a streamer or anything like that, I can help them, I can teach them, I can talk to them and teach them about algorithms. But yeah, whatever they want to be. I was sort of forced into, like, you got to start work in a factory and work your way up.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
that was like the
That was the
mentality
generation
my dad
before
had.
us, weren't they? You get into
Um,
work and that.
But even at a certain point, my dad was editing videos for me. Like, he worked
Was he,
on one
yeah?
of my channels doing the editing and stuff now. And, you know, he's getting good money for it.
Was
And
it
I think
tough to get in when you'd done your YouTube and you very first started? Was it tough to like get the views, the subscribers and all that? Have you just got to get that one video that blows up and then people just buy into you?
so many different ways to gain popularity online. Like, so you've got something that's called like quick clout. Bevo, if you've heard of him, he like ate food like without chewing it, just swallow food because he had his teeth done, and then he'd rate it like 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
That was quick clout, so he blew up because of it. People thought he was funny, and then a week later he's not anymore.
Yeah.
Right, so that's quick clout. You want longevity, so you want to make sure that what you're doing isn't just like a one video and done.
Yeah.
That it's like it's got a lifespan. So with mine, my lifespan is as long as Call of Duty. Because
What was your main thing, Call of Duty? Is it? I'd be
YouTube,
honest,
it's Call of
I
Duty,
thought
yeah.
yours was all different types of game.
No, so it would be if I could allow it to be, but the way YouTube is designed is algorithms. So
Yeah.
if I try and post something that's Fortnite or Apex Legends or any other game other than Call of Duty, because my channel is predominantly Call of Duty, YouTube won't push it out to people. Even people who've subscribed with notifications on won't get a notification.
Because their algorithms was all Call of Duty, is that, yeah?
It's designed that
Yeah.
they want to see Call of Duty, and I'm putting out Call of
Right.
Duty. So if I put a Fortnite video out, it's like throwing a spanner in an engine and hoping that it still works.
Is there any other games that you play just for fun? No. Or is it just a Call of Duty thing? Do you ever do like story modes or anything like that, or is all yours got to be content?
I haven't done a story mode for a long time because that does take some dedication in terms of time. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a very busy person with all the different channels I'm running, as well as training for fights.
And
But
you've
not-
got family as well then. So you've got family, children.
Yeah, of course,
All of that,
yeah.
as well as
I
all
mean,
of this going
they
on.
come first
Yeah.
before all the things I listed.
How have they
Thanks for
been
that.
about the
Forgot
Twisted
about them.
Kings idea? Are they supporting you behind, or is you?
Yeah, I'm sure they will when I tell them, yeah.
You must
If
be
you're
a
watching.
you must be a good dad as well then. So you mentioned your daughters, they support you, obviously your wife. So you've maintained all of this and got to this stage where you've got all these channels that you're running, as well as a family, as well as doing boxing. So, you know, you must be a very busy guy, hands-on always, you know, doing
yeah,
your
I
family
mean,
commitment as well.
I'll say this. I feel like I've always, to get to where I am now in terms of like as a YouTuber and as a business owner, whatever. I feel like I've taken too much time away from the kids in times where I look back and think, oh, I should have spent more time with them. So especially now, I'm putting more time into spending it with the kids, because there's been times where, you know, I've been able to allow my family to go on holiday, but I've gone, well, if I go, I'm going to lose this much money for the weeks
Yeah.
I'm not on video. So I'll stay at home while they go to Morocco or Turkey or whatever other country they've been going to on holiday. So I've missed out on some things, but as it goes, like if they need anything, I'm there. If they
What
want
if
anything.
you had all the footage and everything there with you, pre-recorded now, and you booked the holiday and you're gone on holiday and you can edit it whilst you're on holiday on a laptop or something?
Yeah, I
enjoying
mean,
the
that's a
sun?
possibility, and it is
Because I've
something
seen
that-
someone like Matt Armstrong, for example, he's blown up on YouTube and love watching him because I'm into cars. And I've seen him, you know, making all these recordings, and he goes on holiday and he edits them whilst he's on holiday and, you know, uploads them from the hotel or whatever.
I
and,
had,
you know,
I had a different approach to it. That was one thought. But then I thought, like, if I'm on holiday, I want to relax, you know, you want to be poolside. Or,
Yeah, you're not gonna go away to
going
work,
out
do
on
you?
a day out. You don't want to be working all the way through.
Yeah.
I know people who do it all the time, and I think it's not really a holiday then.
Yeah.
The holiday isn't just about the location, it's a break away from the standard work,
family
yeah,
and
and
spend
spending
the
time
time,
with the
yeah.
family. So what I do now, if I'm to go away, like I say, I have people who edit videos for me and stuff. I'll just give one of them control of the channel. I'll pre-record for the weeks building up to the holiday, send all the footage to them, and then they can upload while I'm away.
that's
now.
really good because you've got all that in place now.
Yeah.
So you can do all that, yeah. But yeah, so you just need to iron out a little bit and then...
But early
you've got
on,
your
like
family
I didn't
time.
have a team of people working around me. It was just me. It was just me on the
So you
camera.
started
me
off on your own
editing
and now you
videos,
built
yeah,
it
yeah.
up to this sort of
Was
network.
it
of
tough to
people.
carry on being on your own? Did you ever think like, I can't do it on my own, I'm going to jib it, and I need to get
I
people with
loved
me
it.
on?
Like
Did
once,
you?
once I like, it became. I was very passionate about like exposing the cheaters in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'd get like my phone vibrating on my face at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'd be like, right, someone's calling. Hello, so and so's just been banned on Call of Duty. So I'd be like, okay. I'd sit in front of my computer, half asleep, find all the footage you need, make the video as quick as I could, so I was the first one who put the video out.
Yeah.
And to the point where, do you know what an hoodie is? Like a hoodie that you wear, like a dressing gown, but it's a hoodie. You can get them in like Primark, and I put the official ones are called hoodies from Australia. And I had one of them on one time lying on the couch asleep where I'd fell asleep. And I just rolled off the couch, got up, done the video, recorded it, and it went viral. Like the video got posted on like PC Gamer, it got posted on Dexter, all these different gaming news sites, and I realised, like, shit, like I'm sat there in an hoodie, like I'm a grown man in an hoodie. I wear that in the privacy of my own home, and I've recorded a video in it, not even thinking, and put the video out, and yeah, it went viral. Like done like 500,000 views in the space of like 2 to 3 days, and I was just like, everyone's like commenting, what the fuck are you wearing, lad?
Yeah.
What have you got on there? I'm like, I'm not arsed, I'm making the money enough this, thank you.
Yeah, you're not going to be arsed when the money starts coming in, are you? But we wrap it up now. Is there anyone you want to give a shout to, or any call outs or that?
Yeah, obviously, like the mission with the influencer boxing has always been Misfits, so I'm ready. Whenever you've got someone for me, I'm ready.
There we go. We've been Randomania. This podcast's been random, and he's been Andy.